They say it was so rich, gold dust was swept from the streets. A city so wise, its scholars wrote in Arabic, Hebrew, and Greek. So mysterious, it vanished from Western maps for centuries. But this isn't a myth from Greece. It's not buried under the sea. This is Timbuktu, a real African city that once stood as the beating heart of knowledge, power, and prosperity. And yet, most of the world has forgotten it ever existed. So, is this Africa's real Atlantis? Stay with us, because what you're about to hear will change how you see Africa forever. Let's rewind to the 12th century. Timbuktu was just a small trading outpost near the Niger River in what is now Mali. But its location was pure genius, right at the crossroads of trans-Saharan trade routes. Salt, gold, ivory, books, if it was valuable, it passed through Timbuktu. And then came Mansa Musa, the richest man in history. Yes, richer than Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos, combined. When he ruled the Mali Empire, he transformed Timbuktu into a glittering center of wealth and culture. He built mosques, libraries, and universities. He brought architects from Cairo, scholars from Mecca, and gold from the earth. By the 14th century, Timbuktu was the intellectual and economic capital of Africa. Still with us? If you're enjoying this journey into Africa's hidden past, tap that subscribe button so you never miss the stories the world forgets to tell. While the West was in the Dark Ages, Timbuktu was having a literary renaissance. Its most famous institution? The University of Sankore. This wasn't just a school, it was a beacon. Over 25,000 students studied here. It housed over 700,000 manuscripts, handwritten works on astronomy, mathematics, medicine, philosophy, and even women's rights. Let that sink in. Africa was writing about planetary motion and eye surgery centuries before the telescope or microscope were invented in Europe. And these weren't oral traditions. These were books, bound in leather, written in Arabic and native tongues, kept in libraries that rivaled anything in Renaissance Europe. Even now, many of these manuscripts are being discovered, restored, and translated, proving that Africa's contribution to world knowledge was far deeper than most textbooks ever admit. But like all golden ages, it faded. Timbuktu's fall came from both within and without. In the late 1500s, Moroccan forces invaded, looting its wealth and scattering its scholars. Trade routes shifted, empires fell, and slowly, Timbuktu, the city of gold and knowledge, began to disappear from global memory. European explorers tried for centuries to find it again, driven by tales of unimaginable riches. Many died trying. Those who made it found a city scarred but still standing, not the myth they expected, but something even more incredible. A real civilization that had once outshone the world. Today, Timbuktu still exists, dusty, remote, quiet, but its secrets are being unearthed. In family homes, ancient manuscripts are hidden in boxes and walls, protected from colonial looters and modern war. Local guardians have risked everything to keep them safe from extremists, floods, and fire. And what they reveal is stunning. A manuscript calculating the orbit of Mercury. Medical texts describing herbal treatments for malaria. Ethical debates on justice, politics, and gender. All written in Timbuktu, long before much of Europe caught up. So, was it Africa's Atlantis? No, it was real. And that's what makes it more powerful than legend. Timbuktu isn't just a historical curiosity. It's proof. Proof that Africa was not just a place of tribes and toil, but of thinkers, mathematicians, philosophers, doctors, and astronomers. Proof that African knowledge systems have been ignored, buried, or dismissed for centuries. And maybe that's the real mystery. Why did we forget? Who decided it wasn't important? And how many more cities like this remain undiscovered or erased? Timbuktu teaches us that history isn't always written by the victors. Sometimes it's hidden, waiting to be unboxed. So, the next time someone tells you Africa had no history, tell them about a city where books were more valuable than gold. And if you're as fascinated by this as we are, hit that like button, share this with someone who loves history, and subscribe to Africa Unboxed, where we don't just tell stories, we unearth them.